shouted first. When the driver turned to her and asked, "Did you see that? Look what that fool's done." She always answered, "Yes," and tried to look as outraged as they did. But actually, she hadn't seen a thing. Never what they had. Turn off places and bring in your shoes. Shoes, darling, shoes. Yes, darling, you try and put them on and Mummy will do them up. Darling, don't cry, they do fit. They're just on the wrong feet. Oh, Bella, baby, don't you cry. Mama's coming. Yes, you're my best boy in the whole wide world. Even our Mummy put her in the capsule, because we're going out today. Yes, darling, you have your own seat in the car, but when you were as titchy as her, you had a capsule too. Actually, you didn't. That didn't happen then. Yes, it was a long time ago. Longer than last week, but not the olden days. Sweetheart, get out of the capsule. You're too big for it. It's for babies, not big boys. Come on. Out! Good boy. What finally made her take the plunge and learn to drive? The decisive moment. The crunch. It came when she was pregnant with the second and trying to get the first. A combative 2-year-old and his collapsible pusher onto a Melbourne tram. Again. What was the optimum safest sequence for the task? Should she lift the toddler up first and leave him there alone while she got the pusher and their bags and a cell phone? Or should she put the pusher and their things on first? But then she had to leave him standing on the road inside the safety roll, when there was one, inches away from falling under the tram. There was no way around it. At some point in the operation, she had to let go of the child, which was better. Less worse. Risking him falling off the tram or falling under it. And all the time he was struggling with her, he wanted to clamber on himself. She could leave him protesting, strapped in the pusher, their bags on the handles and heave the whole lot on in one go. But that still left her standing there alone as the tram suddenly rocketed away and him screaming and terrified, surrounded by a sea of strange faces. And even driving had to be easier and safer than this, she thought. Her mother understood. She learned to drive with the new baby in the cane Moses basket, wedged in the back seat of the old board market, with the running board and the crank handle. The nappy tucked in, the wound-up window to keep the sun off so the baby wouldn't wake. She weaved in and out of the hay bales, in the house paddock, like a cross-country skier, while the baby's father watched and bit his tongue. Off we go now. Let's get into the car. Handbag, nappy bag, health centre book, keys. Darling, where are my keys? You were playing with them a minute ago. That doesn't matter. Where are they now? Well, go and look. Sweetheart, look. Yes, they do make a lovely rattle. Darling, don't hit her with them. Give them to Mummy. Now. Thank you. High up in the cabin of the big Ford truck, which they got after the Marquette stopped starting, no matter how steep the hill it was on was parked. Her mother would fling her left arm across the three of them every time she braked. She called it instinct, and she always did it. Even when they got the flash two-tone Holden sedan and the girls were all in the back seat. You'd still hear the vinyl swing door slap of her arm against the vinyl seat. When they still had the truck, on long trips, he always drove and the three of them slept under an eider-down at her feet. The heat of the engine coming through the rubber floor. Snug in a bug in a rug, she'd say. And she was right. As they crunched along the gravelly country roads, the moon flicking in and out of the giant valleys. She watches the shadows wipe across her mother's face and feels as if nothing dangerous could ever happen to her. Up you go, darling. Watch your head. Put your bottom right in and sit up straight like a soldier. Sweetheart, don't cry. It's just twisted. Sit still for a minute and I'll untwist it. Stop wriggling. I'm trying to bounce you up. Oh, where did that come from? Our mummy's got Vegemite all over her top. Sweetheart, give me that clarinet. I can't do you up while you're holding it. Now, one arm, clickety-click, two arms, clickety-clack, fingers and hands on your lap so I can shut the door. Her father is your driver's driver. Fast, decisive and defensive. Anticipating what the other driver will do and beating him to it. They're all out to kill you. Remember that. Always drilling his girls on what to do in a skid or a blowout. Never break hard, keep steering. She was sure her instinct in an emergency would be to let go of the steering wheel. She kept that to herself. He had seatbelts fitted for their big trip to Queensland. Nobody had a net. The other kids at school laughed at her. Why, your dad drives, you would need him. In the district, the boys always called him Donald Campbell. And I always did this whoosh when he whooshed past the school gate. They were Hemco lap belts with heavy square clips and thick grey webbing, like airplane seat belts are now. Even when they fell asleep, they weren't allowed to undo them. Darling, I can't get the clarinet now. I've just locked your door. Why did you drop it? You can get it when we stop. I know we haven't started yet. Shit! The capsule hit the door. I had it at the wrong angle. Don't cry, Angel. Yes, of course it was an accident. I know she was almost asleep. I didn't hurt her. She just got a fright, that's all. Candles flat, rings on the doovers. Yes, I know Daddy does this quicker. There's more room in his car. Now the strap. Clickety-click, clickety-clack. And the door, snip back, snap back. No, I didn't mean to wake her. And never mind driving her around. It was just something husbands did, like changing fuses or putting out the rubbish. He had tried to sound confident, encouraging, to make himself believe she could do it. To make her feel better, he said, it's much harder now. Everything's faster. The rules have changed. It's a jungle out there. And when that didn't put her off, he said, well, she'll just have to have a bowl, though. But what he really meant was a tank. Darling, stop kicking my seat. I have to bring it forward. Yes, Daddy has got very long legs. No, Mummy hasn't. Shit! It's stuck again. Stop kicking my seat and don't say that word. I don't care what they say at crash. I'm cross with you, not Daddy. Because he always pushes his seat so far back it comes off the runners. The little railway tracks it sits on. No, the seats. Her mother used to say, I'm not just here to drive you kids around. The sister replied then and there that when she had children, she'd gladly drive her children everywhere they wanted to go. Her mother said nothing. Why didn't she learn to drive at 18? The sisters got their licences on their 18th birthdays and drive like stunt women. They didn't even have to pay for their driving lessons. But then they didn't have Mario. The epitome of continental charm and a family man to boot. Tactful, jokey and blessed with mesmerising calm and a suave chop-furler accent. He talked non-stop. Another lesson, another episode in the life of Mario, Lena, Dino and Kathy. His problems were our problems. His mortgage more a worry than ours. During the duration of her instruction, he put the roof on his beach house, and in between, without missing a beat or betraying a line, turned it. Get into the right lane now. You're too close to that truck. Oh, you just went through a red light. You've still got your foot on the clutch. Don't worry. They're more frightened of you than you are of them. Why are you in third? He exercised his dual controls with discretion and diplomacy. She was the good student. Serious, submissive, piteously seeking his praise for well-positioned right-hand turns and smooth handbrake starts. Stop doing that! You can't unlock your door. It's a special lock so children can't open it. Besides, it's a French door. No one can open it. Yes, even if you nearly know how to, don't try. Yes, if you can't, you might get run over, and then the ambulance would have to come and you'd have to go to hospital. No, well, I don't think you would be dead, but you would be. Yes. Probably there would be a lot of blood. An awful lot of blood. Yes, Mummy is crying. Daddy, Grandma. We're all crying. Eyes in the back of your head. That's what every mother needs. Another mirror. She even considered patenting her idea. It's all very well worrying about the blind spot outside. What about the cries and screams issuing from the back seat? Is it mere high spirits, everyday hysteria, commonplace sibling rivalry, or real danger? Don't take your eyes off the road, never swerve to avoid a dog, drive on, ignore everything except other cars on the road. Have they jammed their fingers in the door, choked on the music bar, you thrust blindly over your shoulder to quieten them, or fallen off the booster seat and now have the seatbelt sash around their neck? Or is it another dropped icing hole? Position just above the central rear vision mirror. Just think of the lives it could save. The peace of mind it would bring. A fisheye mirror to keep an eye on her stool. Quickly the mother had learned to just flick her eyes up. It had become just another maternal reflex action. Darling, it did not nearly hit us. Mummy saw the car. I saw it. Sweetheart, I can't look now. I have to watch the road. Oh, look. There's an ambulance. No, they don't always have their sirens on. Yes, they are allowed to go very fast, right down the middle of the road, and everyone has to get out of the way very quickly. Darling, we are not going very fast. They swam before her eyes in slow motion crash like weightless cherubs. Angelic astronauts. The seatbelts and safety harnesses that hadn't been done up, waving like fronds of seaweed. Caressing the tendrils of their soft hair. She heard the soundless thud of their perfect heads on the roof of the car. She saw them frozen and still through the crazed and shattered ice windows. Darling, don't go, but she was almost asleep. She'll get up in a minute now to look at the road. It's just a saying. Don't try and rock the capsule. Oh, other people leap in and drive off just like that, quick as a flash. A half-foot tossed over the shoulder, ignition, acceleration, reverse out, and they disappear in the pack-ice traffic. And someone else has closed the gap. Parked, braked, locked wheels, slammed the door, and keys jangling, being swallowed up by the pedestrian tied on the footpath. Don't undo your belt yet, even if you can. Don't try. We haven't stopped. Just sit still and don't annoy her. Mummy has to concentrate on wiggling the car in. No, it didn't hit us. We just bumped bumper bars. That's what they're there for. All right. Here at last. You can always recognise the mothers on the beach, even if their children aren't inside. They're the women with their hands in their pockets, full of broken pieces of glass. They can't stop themselves, even if the green and amber shards are sea smooth. At the wrong angle, they could still maim and scar unthinking running feet. So they pick them up, just in case. To be on the safe side. Mothers see themselves as the canaries in tiny wire cages that the miners carry to check for the gas leaks. They have to go down the mine first, just in case. They could never forgive themselves, and they don't. Before she learned to drive, her anxiety dreams always saw her at the wheel of an out-of-control car. After she got her licence, she stopped dreaming about driving.